In this video, we are going to review the Onebot S2 Mini Folding E-Bike. We're going to unbox, go over the controls, test ride, and review the e-bike. The S2 Mini has a 350 watt rear hub motor with a max speed of 15.5 miles per hour with 3 levels of pedal assist, twist throttle, 36 volt, 6 amp hour battery with a range of up to 32 miles, disc brakes, headlight, and weighs 40 pounds. Additional specs can be found in the description section below.
Whoa. This bike is very light. Oh, I lift the front end again. Actually did a nosedive when I slammed on the brakes that time.
17.2. This is the box that it came in. There's no real labeling on the package. For the interest of time, I'm going to open the box and put everything on the table. Inside the box, there's actually another box. This was everything inside the box. We have a sheet of stickers. There's the handlebar, the seat post. This box is empty. Inside this bag, we have an Allen key with a Phillips head screw on the other end. There is the instruction manual. We also have the charger. Here's the product manual if you're interested. You can pause at any time. Has the table of contents, the parts of the bike. This is the functions, how to assemble the bike. Precautions, matters, need attention, battery and charging, carrying guide, hazardous substance percentages, warnings, daily maintenance, parameters, and troubleshooting. Right now we're going to assemble the bike. So I'm just going to take all this foam off. The bike is 90% assembled. We just need to install the handlebar and the seat. For the seat, we'll pull this lever right here, put the seat in to your desired height. Out of the box, it's too tight. I'm going to turn the other end counterclockwise to loosen it up a bit. Looking at the seat post right here, there are different numbers from 0 to 110. This is just an indicator of the seat height. There's also a limiter right here. This is a screw. You can use an Allen key that matches this to remove it if you want to put the seat a little lower, if this is too high for you. So right now I'm just going to put this to the bottom. If I try closing this right now, it's too loose because I had to loosen this to get the seat post in. I'm going to turn the other end clockwise until there's enough resistance when I close it. So that's pretty good. And as long as the seat doesn't move, it's good. Right here we have the handlebar stem. There's a lever with a lock, so it holds it in place. I'm going to turn this around so you can see. If we put the stem down, we can pull this lever and it locks right here and it holds it in place. I cannot release this without pushing this red tab in and then pulling down. Coming up here, we need to loosen this by turning this nut counterclockwise. Looking at the handlebar, you want the display on the left side, and then you want the brake levers right here. So having this open, there is grooves right here with the handlebar centered. You want to put this back into place. We'll take this lever, have it facing forward. We'll take our washer and this nut that we took off, put it back on. Lift the lever up a little bit, try closing it. If it's too easy like that, tighten it more. And if it's too tight, you can loosen it. But the intent is to hold the handlebar in place so it doesn't move. You can always loosen it and adjust it to your desired position. I noticed that this display is loose. You need an Allen key to tighten it. The one it came with does not fit. It's too big. So you have to get another one and tighten that up. We'll take the plastic off the headlight. You can adjust the position. We also need to inflate the tires. The minimum pressure is 24 psi and the max is 31. So I'm just going to put it at 28. and out of the box it's at 6 psi. There's also 2 pedals. You just pull this out and it clicks into place. In order to collapse it, you push this in and then pull it down. We have the charging port here. It's covered by a piece of rubber or silicone. Pull this aside and plug this in, and then once you plug this in, you can plug the other end into the outlet. Here are the parts of the e-bike. Starting on the left side, we have the grip. This is the front brake lever. This is the display, the lever to adjust the angle of the handlebar. Here's the right brake. We have a horn. The bike needs to be on. If you press and hold it, it sounds like this. And then we have the other grip on the other side. Zooming into the display, if we press and hold the M button, the display turns on. As you can see here, this is the battery level, the speed. Currently it's in kilometers per hour. We have the pedal assist level, and then this is the trip in kilometers. If I click down, it goes to pedal assist 0. If I press up, then it goes to pedal assist 1, pedal assist 2, pedal assist 3, and that's the highest. If I push the M button, it goes from trip to odometer to time, and it goes back to trip. And then if I push and hold the plus button, it turns on the headlight. If I push and hold it, it turns off. If I push and hold the minus button, let's see if anything happens. Some e-bikes, if you press and hold the minus button, it goes to a walk mode, which provides like 3 miles per hour of pedal assist. This doesn't seem to do anything. If I push the brake lever, there's this brake icon that shows up. So I'll show you how to program the e-bike. So if I push and hold the plus and minus button, it goes to P0. I can't do anything right now. If I push plus or minus, I have to press M, and then it goes to P1. So right now it says 0 km. If I push up, it goes to 1 mile. So that's to change it from kilometers to miles. I spoke with the manufacturer. They said P2 is actually the wheel diameter. P3, they said there's no need for adjustments. It's the data of the instrument values. By default, it's R1-2. I can go up and it goes to 1-3, or it goes back to 1.1. I'm going to keep it at 1.2 as default. If I push it again, it says 2-5, and I can change this from 4, 5, and 6. I'm going to keep it to 5, and then it says R3-8. I can change it to 9, 7, 8. I'm going to keep it at 3-8, and this is still P3. P4, adjusting the selection of the knob corresponds to whether the e-bike is equipped with an electronic accelerator. It says 0 or 1. I think by default 0. And that brings, if I push M again, it brings us back to this. Let me switch this back to miles. And as we can see here, it changed to miles and miles per hour. So let me test the e-bike. I went to pedal assist 0. If I twist the throttle, it provides 2.4 miles of speed. If I go to pedal assist 1, it goes to 11.6. Pedal assist 2, 14.6. And then pedal assist 3, 17.2. And then to turn it off, you push and hold the N button.
I'm going to test the acceleration and top speeds in each pedal assist level with pedaling and throttle only. Right now I have the e-bike on. I'm on pedal assist 0. Let's just see how it feels without any pedal assist. Pedaling normally feels like a regular bike. Feels pretty easy. I would say there's about 5 to 10% more resistance because of the rear electric hub, but it's bikeable. Let's come to a stop. Pedal assist 1. The motor kicked in. We're holding a steady 10.3 miles per hour. Let's go to pedal assist 2. Felt more power kicking that time. We're at 13.8 miles per hour. Starting on pedal assist 3. We topped out at 15.4 miles per hour, and it feels like if I pedal any faster, it doesn't actually add anything. Let's come to a stop. Let's try the same thing with the throttle only. Pedal assist 0. It actually provides some pedal assist, but it's very slow. It's like 1.7 miles per hour. And I guess this is if you're trying to walk the bike, you're still gonna get some assist on pedal assist 0. Pedal assist 1. Whoa! Front tire actually lifted. Pedal assist 1. We're at 10 miles per hour. This says 9, 11, pretty close. Coming to a stop. Pedal assist 2. We're at 13.2 miles per hour. This is 13, so it's about the same. Coming to a stop, we're going to pedal assist 3. And we hit 15.1 miles per hour. And this is 14, 15, so it's about the same, and this is the max speed we're going to get. Right now I'm going to test the braking. It's not a scientific method, but it's just a quick way to check or compare different e-bikes. So I'm just going to hit the max speed and then slam on the brakes. So I'm at 15 miles per hour, and behind this car I stopped like a little past halfway. I would say that's about 8 to 10 feet. Trying it again in front of this red SUV. Consistent. This bike's actually very torquey. If you don't hold the front down, the whole front lifts off. Try it one last time behind this Corolla. Starting at the bumper. This bike is very light. Oh, I lift the front end again. Actually did a nosedive when I slammed on the brakes that time. Another thing to note is, like other small e-bikes that I've ridden, like the Jetson Bolt, the front steering angle feels very short, so it's very responsive going left and right. But if you know you make a quick turn suddenly, you might lose balance. But if you just gradually ease onto it, it feels very nice. I'm gonna bike around and give you my thoughts. What I like the most about this is the design of the frame. It's very futuristic and sleek. It's like the S7 that I reviewed in another video. That was an award-winning design. This one does not fold in the middle. It only folds at the handle bar stem, and it doesn't seem as portable, but also feels a little slimmer because you don't have to fold it the other way. But it does take up more space lengthwise. It's very light. It's around 39-40 pounds, and it has 350 watts of power, which seems decent enough, especially for this bike size. The e-bike just goes. The pedal assist works, the throttle works, but it only has a top speed of around 15.2 miles per hour. So if you want something faster, you should probably get a different e-bike, or I don't know if there's a way to modify this to remove the top speed limiter. The brakes seem okay. They're disc brakes in the front and rear. They're just the regular cable pulls. They're not hydraulic, so they do feel a little soft, especially out of the box. You probably need to do some tightening if you want it to grab on really well. And I also did not break the brake pads in, so you probably get a little bit more stopping power. Because the e-bike doesn't go as fast as the other e-bikes, like 28 miles per hour, the stopping distance is pretty short. I was getting around, I'd say 8 to 10 feet, which is very good. If you're in the market for a portable folding electric e-bike, you should check this one out. You can check out the link in the description section below for the latest pricing and possible discounts. Please like this video if you found it helpful. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. And if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you and take care.